Now, I feel, as Henry felt, that each and every person should be and desire to be everything that God ordained for them to be in their generation. Now, you don't have to wait till you're 38 or 78 or 45. You can start at 2. You don't have to wait until, you get all the sin living out, let the iniquities flourish for a season and then get back on track. You don't have to do it that way. But unfortunately, a lot of people do. And that's unfortunate. Because if I had known better, I think I would have done better. But I didn't. And you can't go back and recreate the past, and that's not what I'm talking about. But I know that we live in an environment in this church, as complicated as our lives are, and trust me, I know they are. You have the ability to hear the Word of God at a depth that most people only dream about. You also have the freedom that only churches would dream about if they really were pursuing God, okay? Now, at the Knoxville conference, I found myself in one of the teachings talking about Adam again, which happens often, because that's kind of the beginning of passivity, not just for men, but for women as well, but especially for men because it changed the course of mankind. And remembering that time is that Adam, obviously, and Eve both had, what Henry called the shortest Bible ever, and it says that just don't eat of this one tree, but the rest of them you can. And of course, Satan comes along in the form of a serpent, and he pulls Eve aside. She's not under the covering of her husband right now, though she should be, but she's off alone. Adam's not with her. Isn't that just as devious as it gets? Pulls her off and basically deceives her into thinking that what God said surely wouldn't come to pass. And she takes the bite of the whatever it is, the fruit it is, and then she actually then gives it to Adam, and he then bites as well, and now sin comes into the world. And so I wasn't there in the garden, so I don't know why Adam decided that he was going to listen to his wife and the serpent, because that's who he was listening to, both of them. I don't know, maybe he just thought she was the hottest thing ever, and he loved her so much he was just going to do whatever she said, because why not? I mean, God made her for him, so I don't know. But the fact of the matter is that it happened. And because of that, we are here today struggling against that very thing. Passivity with God. And if you don't believe that that's true, then you really need to talk to God, because there's some area of your life, if not many, that you have not really listened to God and said, I totally agree, I'm going with you. And really, passivity ends up becoming, it's really fear. Fear of, what if this other thing is right and God's wrong? What if what I'm hearing here isn't really exactly? Because the truth of the matter is Adam and Eve did not fall down dead, but they did surely die. And I really don't believe that was what God wanted. I don't believe death was in the package, but the wages of sin is death. And so, yes, they did surely die one day, and as we all do. Unless, of course, the Lord comes back and we get to be the ones taken up then. Wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be fun. But the reality is passivity rules us still yet today, and some even deeper than others.